Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. Let's get started. We begin tonight with a look at the forecast because it was a beautiful evening seen all across the inland Northwest. Meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us now in our weather center. And Michelle, will these clear skies and warm temperatures actually stay with us through the weekend, change things up?
Yes, we're finally getting into that very typical July summer pattern where we see some dry weather and it stays dry for an extended period and warm as well. And the weekend is going to kick that off. It's going to be actually really nice, not too hot out there. We'll see temperatures right around average, even a little bit cooler than average on Sunday. But partly cloudy skies for Saturday, mostly sunny on Sunday, highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s, and no storms to worry about this weekend. Here's a look at satellite and radar. Montana has really been getting more than its fair share of some thunderstorm activity, but most of that bypassed the inland Northwest, and expect dry weather for the weekend. 70 right now in Spokane, low 70s across central Washington, and it's cooled off into the low to mid 60s across northeastern Washington and the northern panhandle. Clear skies for tonight and plenty of sunshine and gorgeous weather for tomorrow.
Michelle, thank you so much. Well, tonight the 54th annual Cheney rodeo kicked off, and let's throw it now to a look from earlier tonight when I actually stopped by the rodeo. Hey there, Cody. Well, featured Cody, we're back out here at the Cheney rodeo here at the Bi-Mart Arena. Now, as you know, the Cheney rodeo had a lot of events happening tonight, from bull riding, tie-down roping, breakaway roping, barrel racing, a lot of events happening out here. Earlier this evening, I talked to some of the people that are part of the rodeo about what it's like to bring this to a bigger audience.
One of the things that they should take away from rodeo right here is it brings us all back to our roots, our original roots, you know, the heritage of the Western world.
And if you want to check out the rodeo that does continue this weekend, there is a performance tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. If you want to buy tickets, they are $25 at the gate. For Sunday, there is also a Sunday performance at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's $25 for adults at the gate, $10 for children 12 and under. Children, by the way, 3 and under, if they are seated on a lap, are free. There is also the Cheney Rodeo Parade tomorrow morning at 11:30 in the morning. So a lot happening out here in Cheney. I'll throw it back to you, Cody. Well, let's switch gears right now. Some neighbors in Spokane Valley woke up to gunshots this morning and a man screaming for help. It happened near 5th and Havana. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk spoke to one woman who found the injured man on her front lawn.
Well, and that victim was rushed to the hospital. We don't know his condition, and deputies, they don't have any suspects right now and say the victim wouldn't tell them that much as he was being treated here at the scene. Ring doorbell video shows the gunshot victim rolling around in the grass, screaming in pain.
It's not something I'm going to forget.
Stephanie Rubin was still in her pajamas when someone started pounding on her door.
I thought it was the kids or something, and then it got louder, and then I heard yelling from a man that was like not normal. He was saying ow. It was like horrible.
Deputies say someone reported seeing a man with a gun chasing after 2 other men near 4th and Carnahan just after 7 this morning. Deputies eventually found the victim near 5th and Havana.
This does not appear to be a random incident, but we are investigating right now.
Rubin and her neighbors were blocked in for most of the morning. Their street turned into a large crime scene. She's a single mom and just bought her home.
I was like, this is great. It's really quiet here. Like, there's nothing happening.
They've only slept in it for 2 nights. Now this.
It's a neighborhood that is rising in crime, I think, like it is everywhere. But just means we all have to pay attention and watch out for each other.
Deputies don't have any suspects and say the victim wouldn't tell them much as he was being treated.
I mean, I just hope that he's okay, because that's got to be a horrible thing to go through.
And deputies want anyone who knows something about this case to give Crime Check a call. That number is 456-2233. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much. Moving on now to Nightbeat with a quick look at the day's top stories. The man accused of a series of rapes in Pullman has pleaded guilty to the crimes 19 years later. Kenneth Downing pled guilty to 4 counts of first-degree rape and second-degree assault for attacking 3 women in their homes between 2003 and 2004. It's part of a plea deal made with the support of the victims. He faces 213 to 283 months to life in prison. In 2003, a woman reported to the Pullman Police Department she was raped at gunpoint in her home. Then in 2004, 2 more women reported they came home only to find a man in their home with a gun. He raped one and tied up the other. Developments in forensic genetic genealogy matched his DNA to the scene in March, nearly 18 years later. Cheney County Jail has been declared out of compliance with state standards after failing their inspection because of overcrowding. When fully staffed, the jail's functional capacity is around 380 inmates, which is about 80% of its total capacity. The jail has 450 beds. Now they say they've been at 90 to 95% capacity for about a year and a half. The jail did meet all other state standards, but the continued overcrowding could mean increased insurance costs. To address the overcrowding, Cheney County Sheriff Bob Norris wants to create 2 additional pods at the jail that could house 108 more inmates. A Coeur d'Alene Arts Commission is looking for ways to restore and protect a fading $38,000 mural on the North Idaho Centennial Trail underpass. The name of the mural is It's a Cutthroat World by Kane and Todd Benson. Created in 2016, it has since faded due to weather exposure. The commission is looking for the best way to preserve the mural for years to come. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text the word night to 509-448-2000. We'll send them right to your phone. The trial of a man who allegedly shot 2 people in December at a Post Falls gas station before going on a crime spree starts this Monday. 32-year-old Thiessen Sturkels charged with 13 felonies, including 2 counts of aggravated battery. He's pleaded not guilty to all charges. Security footage appears to show Sturkel firing at least 5 shots, hitting one man in the leg and another in the neck. Police say he fled the scene before stopping and stealing another car at gunpoint. The trial is expected to last 5 days. He remains in jail on a $2 million bond. Also on Monday, the trial for the man accused of murdering his ex-wife. Yasir Daraji was arrested back in January of 2020 after the body of Ibtihal Daraji was found inside of a burning car. Daraji has a history of violence with the victim. According to court documents, he allegedly threatened to kill her before her death. During the autopsy, the medical examiner found the victim's cause of death was strangulation before the car fire. Daraji faces charges of first-degree murder. He's been in jail on a $1 million bond since 2020. In an executive action, the president's directing Health and Human Services to protect access to abortion medication and to ensure emergency medical care for pregnant women and those experiencing pregnancy loss.
I'm asking the Justice Department that, much like they did in the civil rights era, to do something, do everything in their power to protect these women seeking to invoke their rights.
The order also directs agencies to educate medical providers and insurers about how and when they're required to share privileged patient information with authorities. Information abortion rights advocates fear could be used to prosecute women who had the procedure. The president's also asking the Federal Trade Commission to take steps to protect the privacy of those seeking reproductive care online. Since the court's ruling, at least 10 states have enacted a near-total ban on the abortion. Within months, the procedure could be illegal or severely restricted in almost half the states. For the first time since the hearings began, the House committee investigating the January 6th Capitol assault closed its doors to hear testimony.
Mr. Cipollone was in the room. We have testimony from others about what he said and did, but there are some things that we need to hear from him about directly.
For several hours today, former President Trump's White House counsel, Pat Cipollone, answered questions. The committee compelled him to appear in person despite his prior informal contact with the panel. Members believe Cipollone has exclusive insight into the former president's actions before, during, and after the attack. The deposition comes more than a week after former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson referenced Cipollone while describing former President Trump's unsuccessful demands to join the angry mob on January 6. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. We'll be back in 90 seconds.